Shalom, y'all. Hawood. I just want to talk to y'all, about some stuff. So, y'all remember me talking about me saying, I was depressed, sad, things like that. So, for a long time, I thought it was, I know it was the situation with my wife at one point. And it's still there, because last night I was talking to my brother-in-law, and he, we reminiscing about, the old days when we were young, and like how much fun everybody used to be having before, because a lot of guys in my neighborhood got killed. A lot of young men lost their lives when I was young. So we was talking about that, before everybody started dying and stuff. And I'm sitting there, and all night I'm just thinking and stuff, and I said to myself, it came to me like why I feel the way I feel, and I realized that I've been like this ever since I found out who we are and what's really going on. That's when I figured out that why I'm in the way I feel. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of y'all gonna agree with me when I start pointing out stuff. So back before you knew who you were and you were younger, you didn't really care about too much. You just was living, with what you had. But when the Creator decided to start waking us up, if you noticed or not, you start realizing all the stuff going on around you. Then you start seeing that these people took everything from your people, and the whole time you're thinking, you don't know why it's something with your people, why your people are so downtrodden, and why everybody hate them. It was just a thing, right? But now you find out that these people done robbed you of everything. You know what I'm saying? And they constantly kick you in your back, and that's a lot to take in. So you got all that going on, and then the worst thing is, number one, you realize that they want you gone. They don't want you around. They want you dead. Not just you, your whole race. They want to wipe out your entire race. And some of us don't know that, but for the ones of us that know, that's got to be depressing. And this is for the people that's going to say, well, the Most High said that not one hair on your head is going to get touched, and that's true. But what about your mother? What about your father? What about your sister? What about your aunts, your uncles, your brothers, your children? What about them? What about those people that he might not take? The ones that might not wake up because they too mixed in this world. Even though they in love with the way they living now, that still don't mean you don't love them. You know what I'm saying? They're your family. So you can't sit there and tell me that's not going to bother you, because if it's not bothering you, there's something wrong with you. There's something really wrong with you. You got a whole situation going on with yourself that you need to handle. You know what I mean? Or get handled. And then on top of it, right? So then you really find out who the Creator is, and you find out what you're really supposed to be doing, and you want to do it. Now, how many of y'all, and you can put in the comments, how many of y'all, you got to sit back and really pay attention to what the Sabbath is? Pay attention to the day of the Sabbath. You got to really pay attention and understand that you got to make sure that you keep your eye on that day, so you don't mess up and wind up going to go do something, or you know what I'm saying, you ain't supposed to be doing on that day. How many of y'all got to do that? Because I know I do. And the reason why I got to do it, because there's so much stuff coming at me at one time. Every time I turn around, I got all this craziness, just stuff howling. Pretty much when the Creator said you're going to be at rest, I understand what he mean by at rest. because you get to sit down and take a breather. You can get to see what was going on with you, because I have so much coming at me at one time, it don't make sense. And I have to literally put an alarm on my phone for the Sabbath, because the way I do it, I follow by the moon. I don't follow man, because if you're doing it Saturday, that's a man's law. That's man's, because there's no such word as a Saturday, and you can't say that's the seventh day. Saturday is the seventh day because you're counting by man. So what tells you the beginning of the month? You would have to be using the man's calendar. So the only way you would be able to do it, what I would say the correct way, is by Enoch's calendar, which you would use the moon. And the months would change by the moon cycles. You know, and the hours of the day is by the sun. That's how I do it. And also you could do the hours of night by the moon too, by the height and, you know, where it's at in the sky too. But yeah, so I gotta constantly go outside. Not all the time, I'm not saying all the time, but I gotta go outside, check for the new moon, you know, on that last week, which actually tonight should be the new moon. So I gotta go outside, look for the new moon, and if it's gonna be tonight, well, it could be tonight, it could be tomorrow night. I gotta go outside every night and look for it. So you got that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot because you're not free. You're working, and then you go to work. You go to work to go pay back every dime you made to somebody else. I mean, if you don't think you're a slave, I really don't know what to tell you. Because if you think this is freedom, with you going to work, earning money, and every fucking dime you make goes to somebody else, to a corporation that's owned by a rich white man, a rich black man, or a melanated man, because there are melanated people that hate your fucking guts. They call Edomites. And white people are not Edomites. I wish people stop saying that. But you got all this stuff happening all around you. You're working. It's just a lot. You got stuff breaking in your house. If you don't have no type of skills with your hands, that's more money. And if you do got skills with your hands, it's more money because you gotta go buy the material or a tool that you need. So any way you look at it, you're not gonna win. If you're not born with stolen goods like the people that have it, then you're gonna suffer. And you know, and it seems like the only way that you're gonna live a comfortable life where you can walk around with a little tote bag full of money and pull it out and show it to people and put it into your ear like it's a phone, and if you sell your damn soul. If you allow them to do what they want to do to your body, defile your body, that's what you're doing. That's what they call selling your soul. You're defiling your body. You know what I mean? And I mean, think about this, y'all. You want to know why you feel the way you feel? This is why you feel the way you feel, because you've come to the realization that you're being used every which way you could think of. Any way you could possibly think of it, you're being used. And it's not for the betterment of your nation, it's for the betterment of somebody else's nation. And it's not just one nation, it's many nations. So you as a people are raising up other people above your people, and then they look at you like you ain't nothing. This is what the slavery is. This is what the Creator did to us, and a lot of us don't realize it. Because I had somebody tell me they not a slave, they never been a slave, and I asked them one question: do you go to work every day? They say yeah, and I said, how much you bring home? And some people so simple, they will lie and say, I keep all my money. You're a liar. You're a liar, because nobody keeps all their money. The only people that keep all their money is the people that created these laws and these fines and all this stuff, so they can keep generating revenue off of you. That's how. Because when the Spaniards, which were colored people, came, when they first came, they what were they doing? They were taking from our people, but they didn't have a tax on them except for their kingdom, you know, their king, Ferdinand and Isabel, whatever their name was. That's what was going on with them, but they kept a lot of their money. That's how they got the wealth they have now, that generational wealth, you know. And, you know, the thing is, when you really start to study and realize and find out that most of these pictures of these monarchs, of these white men, more than 90% of it's whitewashed. Because Columbus wasn't white. He was a Negro. His name was Cristobal Colombo. They whitewash everything. Just like they whitewash everything you do now. Look what happened on the little TikTok thing, right? With the kids doing their little dances, even though they were, you know, defiled and nasty, but they were creating their little dances. And what was happening? The white people were taking their dances, doing them, whitewashing them for, you know, for their people, and they were getting the recognition for it. And the children stopped making their dances. And now somebody had a dance and told the girl to grab her knees or something. They was talking about it. Told the girl to grab her knees and do something, and the girl touched her toes. So, and you know, it was a thing, because like every other video was somebody laughing at them about it. Like, you can't even follow instructions. You gotta see somebody do this for you to be able to do it. You know, it's a lot, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. We just don't know, man. Like, for the ones that sleep, you don't have a clue what's really happening to you. You don't know. You running around buying all this stuff, and almost more than 90% of the stuff you buy belongs to you. It's your stuff that was taken from you, and you don't realize it. So you got to think about that. Imagine if a thief come in your home and take everything you own, and then your child grows up, and that thief is selling every little piece of property that was yours, your father's, and actually was his, because it would be handed down to him, and they're selling it to you. They're selling it to you, saying that it was theirs, it was in their family for years, and then it's a picture, and it has your mother and your father signature on there, and you ask them about the signature, and they say, oh, that's my fee. I mean, they literally lie and tell you that was their family, and then you show them something that was your father, and they call you a liar. And then you go get authorities involved, and the authorities say, oh, you're a liar. You did that. You see what I'm saying? Do you know what that does to you on the psychic, as far as like mentally? Think about that. And you might not think about it. You're walking around oblivious, and then all of a sudden, bam, the Most High say, you know what? Water that seed that one of my leaders, I'll say leaders, or my elects, putting let's say Java's head. That's my sister's name. My sister named Java, in her head. And then, so let's just say 2 weeks going, you know, let's say I talked to my sister 2 weeks ago. And all those 2 weeks, she just walking around doing the same stuff she always did, not paying attention to nothing. I done told her everything I just said to y'all. And then the creator say that, water that seed that, you know, one of my elects, her brother, he put in her head, water that seed. And all of a sudden, bam, that seed start germinating and growing roots. And all of a sudden, you start seeing everything for what it really is. It's like the Matrix. You took the red pill, now you like, what the hell? You see what I'm saying? And now, you know, now, the only thing you know is that you want to get back to where your dad was happy with you and your family members. He was happy to have y'all as children and all. And at this moment, he's not happy at all. You know what I'm saying? He don't even want y'all. So now you trying to get back to please your father, but it's like you're in a classroom full of badass kids, and every time one of them do something, everybody get punished. You see what I'm saying? And then on top of it, you see they done stole your notebook, your homework, your coat, your shoes, and saying it's theirs. Your lunch money. They done took your damn last name and said it's theirs. They done took your skin. Like, you ain't got shit left. You ain't even got no veins left. They done stole everything that was yours and said it's theirs. And now you in that room trying to get everything back, or not even trying to get it back, but trying to get a grip on how and why did this happen to you. And then you find out you know your father's mad at you. He took it from you and gave it to the kids that would appreciate it more, and they don't appreciate it. They worse than you were. But he said, I'm gonna make you mad. I'm gonna make you see that I gave this to you and you didn't care. You said, so what? I'm gonna do what I want. Now you ain't got shit. You ain't even got no damn skin on your body. You know, somebody walking around prancing around with your damn flesh. And you pissed. Because that's what's going on. Like, I know in my mind, in my heart, I'm pissed. I'm like, fucking bastards. Like, you know, I hear people say this stuff all the time. I'm not mad at them. The fuck I am. Listen, I ain't trying to hear that. Y'all, I hear people do that all the time in the videos. I'm not mad at them, the white people. I'm not mad. Well, the fuck I am. I'm pissed the fuck off. Just like he said. I'm gonna make you jealous. Damn right, I am. I'm jealous like a mug. You right. You hit that right on the head. I'm jealous as shit. Because I know everything that they walking around, they prancing, they tearing up, they destroying it. It's ours. It belongs to us. That's why I'm mad. That's why I'm jealous. I got a right to be jealous. Because it was given to us, and guess what? You know why you jealous? It's because you had it and you fucked it up. That's what the jealousy come from. And if you're not jealous, then that means you don't care that you had it or not. Now you need to think about that. If you're not jealous, then that means you never cared about having it. You see what I'm saying? And so now, you know you can get it back, but you gotta wait and you gotta be patient, right? And you gotta do what dad says do, right? Do your homework, clean your room, you know, the rules. That jealousy's still gonna be there. It ain't no way nobody's not gonna get up here and tell me they not jealous. Because if you're not jealous that these people have what you have, then you don't have a zeal for the Creator. It's impossible. Because you gotta have a zeal for the Creator, because this is the stuff He gave you. That's your life. You know, everything you have is because of Him. The words you speak, everything. So you gotta have a zeal. So you have to be jealous. You know, it makes sense. I just don't listen. People don't listen. And when you don't listen, you don't know. You know what I mean? That's all. It ain't hard. People make it hard. And that's another thing, man. This everything that the Most High has done and given us, it's not hard. It ain't rocket science. You ain't got to sit there and get a damn stethoscope and whatever other scope, endoscope, and all those other damn scopes, and try to figure it out and break it down. It's common sense. If we dumb as hell, then that means that He's got to do something. He got to give us to us in layman terms, in idiot terms, and that's exactly how it's coming. It's common sense and simple. Nothing's hard. The problem is we sit here and we let other people put this stuff in our head that it's this. You gotta figure out what this really means, and in your spirit, you know exactly what the hell He's saying. Keep my damn commandments. That's the whole thing right there. That's the whole thing. You keep His commandments, you'll return back to who you are. It's that easy. And listen, it's hard here. It's hard while you here. Yeah, it's really hard while you here. Because you have so much stuff going on around you, and there's so much stuff that you cannot do. or you're going to wind up in prison. Like, with these feast days, how you keeping feast days if you can't sacrifice? You're supposed to get a lamb without a blemish. You're taking food from a store that they done pray to whoever and whatever God, and you offering that for a sacrifice to the Creator. Or his feast days. How you keeping these when he has certain ways he does these things? This is what I be saying. Like, he tell you clear as day. Get that shit away from him. He don't want to hear it. He don't want to see it. Nothing. So you don't supposed to be doing it. But we doing it. I keep the Sabbath and I keep the Day of Atonement. I don't sacrifice, but I damn sure fast. I will do that. That's what I do, and I keep the laws that you know you can keep. You can keep as far as like with the clothing, not mixing the cottons and everything. But you got to be careful with that, because just because it says one cotton don't mean it is. And you're not going. You can keep the dietary law to a point. To a point. And the reason why I say you can keep the dietary law to a point, because I can show you a video where they took 2 different types of meat and used pig blood, dried up pig blood, and put it on the meat to make the meat coagulate. Y'all know what that means? Coagulate makes the meat come together. And when they take that dry blood plasma and they bring it together, what happens is when they put those two and roll those 2 meats together and put it in that package, what happens is, oh, that's a little caterpillar. Look at this little caterpillar, y'all. Look. Hold on, where is that? You see it? Little tiny caterpillar. Y'all see it? It just landed on me. Yeah, you gotta get off me though, bro. Oh yeah, so yeah. And they roll it up in this witch comb, and then they slice it, and it comes out like a circle. Oh wow, really? You jump back up. So yeah, man, that's 2 different meats put together, and guess what? It's got pig blood in it. I think it's called porterhouse steak. I think that's the steak. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. But it's 2 steaks they take, where they take like leftover meat, and they take pig blood plasma, dried up pig blood, and they pour it all over the meat, and they mix the meat together, and they put it in this plastic thing like a like hamburger meat roll, that long roll, and then they slice the meat like that, and it looked like one piece of meat. Yeah, and I saw that on how it's made. So I'm just telling y'all. So you can't say that your food ain't defiled, because everything's defiled. They done messed up everything. You know what I'm saying? Even the stuff, if you grow the stuff yourself, you got to be careful where you buy it from. You got this shit falling out the air that they spraying in the sky. It's no way out of it. So, you know, you just do what you do. That's all. That's what it is. That's the main thing. You do what you got to do and stuff. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm depressed, man. I'm so depressed because I know all this stuff now, and I know what they've done. Even though I know the Creator did it to us, I know that. But you gotta say to yourself, if it was all just him, then you wouldn't have one set of people. Let's just use the white people. You actually got certain white people that's not with this shit. That's not with the stuff that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So that tell you that's a decision. And the thing is, he laid it out there. He gave them opportunity. So it's like he opened the gate and said, let me see which one of them gonna walk in there and do this shit. And the ones that really wanted to do it, they went and did it. But the ones that ain't with it, they stayed outside the gate. But then once they obtained, the ones that did the dirt, once they obtained, even the ones that wasn't with it came in the gate because they wanted some of the pie. See what I'm saying? That's why he say all of them guilty. See, and that's the thing we don't understand. You got some of us that say, well, all of them ain't bad. Yeah, but they got part of the pie. That's the problem. Because you can't go and tell a white person to give up their land and their riches to us right now because it was ours from the beginning. They're not going to get that shit back. They're going to sit there and say, well, I don't know that. I'm not sure, even if they know it. Even if they got a camera showing them their forefathers murdering the shit out of us. They're not going to give it back. It's got to be taken. And they know that. And this is why their government is doing what they're doing. And see, I'm going to tell you something. They are cruel people. They're really cruel because they don't even care about killing their own damn people. They really don't care. This corona stuff and all that, you know, they using this to try to slaughter us. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because they don't even care if some of these people get washed up with them. They don't give a damn. They don't care. They really don't care. They like, fuck, he shouldn't have been with him. You know? And that's crazy. Because I couldn't do no shit like that. I mean, especially not to my own people. You know what I mean? Now, if the Creator told me to do, you know, well, he ain't gonna go as far as like that, just craziness. He'll just tell you to go wipe their asses out. You know, wipe them out, wipe their livestock out, their children and everything. And, you know, oh well, sorry, but you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? But this calculated wickedness that they doing, man, this stuff is calculated. And also, they're trying to push this New World Antichrist shit. They're trying to push what they wrote. You know what I mean? Like in the new tune, that new frequency, they're trying to do it to see if they can make it like it's true. When, if you read the Torah, it's clear as fucking day. The Creator said, at a certain time, when certain people wake up, when he get the certain amount of people he you know, to do what they do, and when these motherfuckers do exactly what he said they gonna do at the certain, you know, a certain amount of shit, it's on and popping. That's what he said. I'm coming. I'm kicking ass. You know what I mean? And that's that. Straight up. That's what he doing. No more, no less. So once a certain amount of us wake up, and these Gentiles do just enough wickedness to where it's right where he said it's supposed to be, that's where he gonna come. It ain't got nothing to do with no fucking anti-person. It ain't got nothing to do with all this this craziness. It don't got nothing to do with what they talking about. And if anybody really paid attention to the scriptures, when they talking about Antichrist, right? So, if you listen to the way they say Christ is to them, he is for their society. He would come and they just bask in, you know, his love, the way it is now. And they're saying that the Antichrist guy is going to come and destroy their society and destroy their cities and tear up everything that they worked so hard to create in the name of Christ. That's what they're saying. Now, who the hell said they're going to come and destroy their cities and everything that they created? So think about it. You got the Muslims, they call him the Dajjal. You got the Christians, they call him the Antichrist. There's a Hindu god, I forgot that motherfucker name, that he comes and does destroying. You got all this destroying gods, and it's always destroying what they created. And then you got us sitting there saying that the Father gonna come and destroy everything that they created. And nobody sees this shit, right? Nobody has realized that what they saying is the Antichrist ain't nothing but the Creator when he gonna come and fuck shit up. Him and his angels. Nobody sees this? Nobody. Because that's what's happening, ain't it? And I'm researching something, and if I find out that that's what it really is, a lot of people gonna be really mad. Some of them gonna be mad with me, and a lot of them gonna be with me, because there's a certain part in the scripture that we already know. When the Most High says he's talking about a whole bunch of people. When he says the word he and them and she and my bride, he's talking about a nation. And there's something I'm reading in the scripture where he's saying he again, and I think it's talking about plural instead of singular. And what they did was they changed it to he to make that one person stand out, their idol, their God, And that's all they do. They just took the Most High and everything that has something to do with us and made it about one dude. That's all it is. Because if you read the Torah, the Torah talks about Israel, Jacob, Israel, the Most High. That's all through the book. Israel, the Most High. Israel, the Most High. And you get into the New Tune, it's Jesus, oh, Jesus, more Jesus, Jesus plus more Jesus, oh, shit, Jesus again. Oh, wait a minute, Israel, Jesus. Shit, you never hear nothing about no Most High. He may say my father, but he don't, that's it. And like my favorite word is to the Christians, well, what's his father name? Oh, it's Jesus. Oh, so he praying to his fucking self. Really? Okay. Yeah. Gotta question them, right, y'all. Well, you guys, I hope y'all enjoy what I had to say. Tell me, is this the reason why y'all depressed? Or you feel unease? Because now, this is why I'm upset. Because I know now. And it's upsetting. And when something upsets you, you should want to what? Change and do better. So is this why? Let me know. All right, y'all. Shalom.